A very good afternoon to you on this 29th day of January. I trust you're doing fine. This is Mwangaza 4 PM Briefs and my name is Daisy Paul. Now, schools in Kisumu are in a quagmire following a government directive to have all grade 10 students admitted even when they lack basic reporting items like school uniforms. Some of the schools visited reported that most parents are adhering to the government directive. However, sustainability of the directive still leaves a lot of unanswered questions. At a time when most schools grapple with inadequate learning materials such as books, while fee payment for Term 1 remains below 50%, as most parents only made partial payments, including continuing students under the outgoing 844 system.
The textbooks are not there. Truly speaking, we have only received 2 categories of textbooks. We've received English, 182 copies. We've received ICT, 182 copies. And then we have received physics, around 9 copies. The rest of the subjects, we do not have the materials. So the teachers are now going on the internet and getting the materials to deliver the content in class to the boys.
This third week has proved to be very challenging. Most of the parents who are coming have almost nothing. They're just coming with a letter that they downloaded from the website and saying they have nowhere else to go. We are not sending them away. We are allowing them to get admission numbers and see, and we look at how best we can help them. As we speak, we have started teaching the grade 10 learners. The government has already delivered the first consignment of textbooks, which is in English, ICT, and physics. The others, we believe, are on the way, but that has not stopped us from getting into class and teaching the girls.
You wonder where the principals are going to get money to feed these students. In the big schools, they might be able to manage the situation because there are a number we had paid, and you know when you pay, you can't eat that money once. Meaning, as other parents are preparing to pay, because I believe that's what Mr. Ruto, the president, wanted them to do, then at least there will be something they can eat. But the question is, because most of the parents don't understand that, and they feel it's going to be for free, what will happen after 1 month when they shall have eaten all this money that the other team had paid? The principals will have no choice, but they will have to send the students back home to go and get their lunch money. But you know, it's again executive order, so meaning they will not be sent to get money, but they will be sent to go and eat home and come back to school. As a teacher who has taught for long, I tell you, they will never come back. And we should be prepared for a big number of students dropping out immediately after 1 month.
Players in the vaccine manufacturing sector across Kenya and Africa are accelerating efforts to bridge financing skills and regulatory gaps in a bid to boost local vaccine production following a sharp decline in donor funding. With Africa currently importing more than 99% of its vaccines and the bulk of its essential medicines, experts warn that the continent remains highly vulnerable to global supply disruptions, price volatility, and geopolitical pressures.
So if we're going to build a pharmaceutical factory, we're going to need bricks and mortars, we're going to need consultants, and we're going to need power and utilities. The VAT today, whatever I incur, I cannot claim back. Can you believe this? 5 years later, we're still on this rut. So where is the execution and political will of achieving that dream? Or is it just a dream we are dreaming in? So I think I urge politicians and our dear President, who is heading local manufacturing, to act, because it's important.
terms of timeline, so first, in terms of fill and finish, you want to focus on a few products, so which are relevant to the Kenyan population. Especially, we are focusing on routine immunization. So the first three, we are focusing on three products, and each of those products is for routine immunization of children. So the initial capacity, as you produce those products, is enough to supply the country, but also we have capacity to export. So what is important is that for even one antigen that we produce, it will only be viable if we produce to be consumed locally and also exported. So it's not just the Kenyan market, but also for Biovax to be viable, we have to export to the African markets.
We think the bringing of the local manufacturing in the pharmaceutical space, where we are able to produce ourselves and export, not import, reduces the cost, and there is a proposition for the private sector funding for it to come forward. Today, the topic of today is enabling local manufacturing towards health security sovereignty for Africa. Yesterday we dealt with the topic of collaboration, because the biggest problem that we have in this space of Africa health security is the collaboration between governments, between industry and academia.
The resources that most of the countries have put aside to respond to emergencies are inadequate, and so one of the things that we are doing is pushing the member states to improve on their preparedness, prevention, and response mechanisms. One of the most important things is that the member states need to realign their domestic financing.
Machakos University leadership, together with all neighboring universities and colleges, have begun voter registration exercise in collaboration with IEBC to ensure every comrade registers and becomes a voter in the oncoming 2027 general elections. Speaking to the media after the start of the exercise, Ashley Kipkoech, the president of Machakos University, said the exercise was thought of after realizing many of the students assume or ignore registering as voters, as some are busy, whereas others come from far and wide.
Short.
We are gathered here in Machakos University to exercise the due diligence as a citizen and also as a student to register as a voter in this country. The registration of voters is ongoing currently in Machakos University, and we brought it down to grassroots level to ensure that the students who are not able to go to the polling station to register are able to register, and that is free, and they are able to register. This is a vital event for these students to ensure that they take wachukue kura and they are able to elect their leaders in a due diligence.
Siku ya leo tumekuja hapa Machakos University tukikuja kuregister wanafunzi, nikiwemo nimechukua kula siku ya leo ili tuweze kujiandikisha kama wapigaji kura katika nchi yetu, kwa sababu bila kura hatuwezi weza kuchagua viongozi wenye wanafaa. Ndio maana tumekuja tumeweza kuorganize hii shughuli na viongozi wenzangu katika Machakos County.
Nimekuja hapa kuregister as a voter na already nimeregister as a voter. Kwa hivyo nataka niwaambie wale wanafunzi wenzangu wote to register as voters, kwa sababu hiyo ni weapon ya 2027. Tuongee na sauti moja, kwa sababu kuvote ni haki yetu.
Tumekuja huku, it is easily accessible. Watu wengi tumekuja hapa kuchukua kura, kwa sababu mtu azitoka hapa Machakos aende Kisumu kuchukua kura yake huko. Akishafika huko utazapata imefungwa ama nini, amefungiwa nje. So with that hata kwa tumechange serikali.
Tunahamasisha wanafunzi wote wapate kura. Tumeleta IBC hapa ndio kila mtu apate kura, na pia hatujafungia yeyote kupata kura. Everyone is free to register regardless of where you come from, ama unaishi wapi, ama ni kabila gani, hatuna ukabila. That is what we are advocating for today. Na the exercise is already ongoing, na we hope tutafanikiwa kucapture data ya kila mtu mwenye wako willing kuregister.
That marks the end of our 4 p.m. briefs. Many thanks for staying with us. I'll see you again at 9 p.m. My name is Daisy Paul, and for now, I wish you a good evening.